Hey guys, and welcome to Let's Philo. I'll be your host, Miyagi-Zeta, and today I'll be covering a unique form of philosophy called the philosophy of colors. Now, the philosophy of colors is quite a unique subject because it falls under two categories. One is called color realism, and the other color fictionalism. Both theories tend to contradict each other or deny each other for that fact, because color realism believes that colors have their own physical properties that exist in reality already, as opposed to color fictionalism that believes colors do not have their own physical properties but exist in the mental mind of human beings. In other words, color realism is based on what there is, as color fictionalism is based on what should be there, based on mental perception or mental experiences, etc. Now, taking a look at this graph, notice that the word realism is of itself, and fictionalism is changed to subjectivism. Basically, realism is what already exists and does not change at all, while subjectivism is more of a matter of interpretation from the human mentality or the human experience. Color realism relies heavily on science and producing properties that exist in various objects in order to differentiate from one another. Basically, they consider color as a secondary property as opposed to being a primary property or a tertiary property, and etc. Fictionalism, on the other hand, or subjectivism, relies more heavily on qualia and the psychology of the mental state in order to differentiate from one another, again also being a secondary property. Qualia in philosophy refers to the experience that one goes through that interprets different scenarios and situations accordingly. In coherence with color, these experiences are what creates the existing colors that are commonly accepted through society and through experiences and through moments in our lives, and it is interpreted as such. It does not mean that it has been there from the start, but just later on developed through our consciousness to give these secondary properties to the world around us and to identify different colors based on our own personal perceptions or the way we have experienced different situations that give those properties their colors. I won't really go into details into the graph and go over the terms, but I understand that the philosophy of color is such a vast topic that it has yet to find a common answer, being that as human beings we interpret the world differently and see colors differently as opposed to just one linear answer that, oh, it's already been there versus, oh, we're just experiencing these things. Some of us believe that the world is in black and white, and that has been colored through our experiences, as opposed to others who believe the world is made of many colors, that is arranged through the complexities of science or through molecules or whatnot. Some people go as far as to say that colors are made up of different dimensions, which exist in relations to the human conscience. What appears invisible to others may not be invisible to other people because of different dimensions. For some people can see in 2D and others can see in 3D and so forth. That is where metaphysics tie in, where again is a whole new topic in itself, so getting into that will be such a vast topic in itself because that's something that involves a little bit more experience in philosophy field. So we'll get into that in future videos and I'll explain further as we go along with these videos. Therefore, the philosophy of color is a vast topic that challenges philosophers for many centuries through two different means of the philosophical spectrum or the philosophical interpretation. Some philosophers believe it's been there, as others believe it has been fabricated through our experiences. That is not to say we do not deny the existence of color, but we accept it as a secondary property that could be interpreted on a reality purpose or perhaps a fictionalism purpose, depending on whether you believe what is seen in front of you is real or it's just a fabrication of our mental state that we just make up in order to differentiate one object from another or to give it its unique properties to call it black, white, orange, etc. Color is an expression of what objects are and expresses humans through a unique factor, which again, it depending on your experience or depending on you believe in, that is what you're going to see in front of you, or perhaps you may not even see it at all because there are also other experiences or other terminologies that are out there that you may believe in that does not necessarily support the answer that all colors are either mental or physical. Now, to understand fully of a subject, or this subject for that matter, is only to be as bold as to say, I know all that there is. There's just so much into this that we cannot know exactly everything that is to know about the philosophy of color or each of its terms in itself. Through centuries and thousands of years, we have been challenged through this idea of how do we perceive color? Is it something that we see every day on a daily basis based on a science level, or is it something that we develop through our mental psyche as we experience life through means of socialism or, well, not socialism, but as a society in itself or as like a more of a influence in society. Therefore, thank you all for watching, and as always, keep on thinking, and most importantly, keep on questioning. And this is Miyagi Zeta, signing out. Take care, all.